Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to introduce my new channel called Faith and Forts. I am nervous and excited to share with you all a little bit about myself, why I chose to start a YouTube channel in the first place, and also what you guys can expect from this channel. So stick around. So first and foremost, a little bit about myself. My name is Kezia, Kez for short. I am 29 years old currently and so excited to be 30. A little parentheses. At this point in my life, I have never dreaded aging, so with every year, I've always looked at it with anticipation. Check back with me when I'm 40, but as of right now, I am really excited to be 30. I am also married. I am married to a wonderful man named Joel, who is my everything, my best friend, my biggest supporter, a main reason why I started this channel. And he's amazing. Another important thing to mention about me is that I am a Christian. I am a Bible-believing Christian. And you know the saying, when you're in love, you see life through rose-colored glasses. Well, because I am a Christian, I would say that similarly, I see life through that lens, and my perspective and my values and a lot of the things that make me feel fulfilled or purposeful all have to stem from my faith. And so that's definitely a huge part of me. Another thing about myself is that I have a lot of creative interests that involve reading, video editing. I love diamond art. Any girl, any guy who's into diamond art, I'm like, that is the thing to do. It's so fun. I love to color, especially those like stress relieving coloring books. I'm into scrapbooking. I haven't gotten a lot into painting necessarily, but I do enjoy it. And anything along the arts and crafts world. I don't have a Cricut, so I'm not that level yet, or DIY necessarily, but I do have a lot of like artsy type creative interests. And then there's the video editing, kind of aspect of me. But I would say that I also enjoy cooking. I enjoy redecorating and I guess renovating my home, and traveling. That's a huge part of me. My husband, I call him my Aladdin because he literally shows me the world. I started traveling for the most part when I got married, and since then we have seen multiple countries and multiple states, and I will be talking about that on this channel, so that's another part of me. Finally, the last thing I want to share about myself is that I am pregnant currently, and I'm really excited to share my pregnancy journey on this channel and to talk about my journey, my experiences, comments I've heard, advices I've heard, what's worked for me, what's not worked for me, and just to document this really big thing that's happening in my life with you guys as well. Why I chose to do a YouTube channel. As I mentioned earlier, I've had a passion for video editing in the past. I actually had a YouTube channel that had a really weird name that I thought would be unsearchable. And I posted a lot of home videos and travel videos on that channel. But I was very strategic to make sure that everything that I posted was it was practically unsearchable. Like I would title my videos like 000, like 50 zeros and then like a 1, and then 50 zeros and then like a 2 or something like that. And I had a really weird name that nobody could find, and it was really just for my close family and friends. And it never, was something that I wanted to necessarily go big because I was so afraid of my video editing skills. What if people don't like it? What if it's not something that people enjoy? My humor might not be everybody's humor, so I never really made it public. And then I had another creative project where I did a podcast with a close friend, and we just decided to launch a podcast and we're like, we have really valuable things to say. People are going to want to hear it. And unintentionally, we just never made it big. And currently we have, we're still under 100 subscribers. I was going to say 1,000, laugh out loud. We still haven't even hit the 100 subscribers. So having that said, there was always a comfort with not necessarily being public and having a creative project out there, but it's still being relatively private. And so part of the reason why I decided to start this YouTube channel is because it is something I've always wanted to do, but I've always been too afraid to do it or insecure to do it. And the second reason what really propelled me to officially do this is that I got pregnant. And this isn't actually my first pregnancy. I've been pregnant before, but I've suffered miscarriages. And I will talk about that on this channel, but in the past, because of those miscarriages, I grew to have a level of anxiety about getting pregnant and having this negative anticipation of, am I going to be happy the next time that I get pregnant? Because what if it doesn't work out? Or, you know, do I even want to announce it? Because I don't want to go through the pain of having to now tell people, oh, by the way, it didn't work out. And having that fear and that anxiety to kind of conceal something that's supposed to be very joyful and wonderful in general is also something that I was like, you know what? No, I want to document this journey. I don't want to forget this. Now, I have a lot of faith with this pregnancy, and my husband and I, we've been praying for this. Not just my husband and I, we have an army of people that have been praying with us, that have been part of our journey, which a lot of you guys are going to see. I will be showing a lot of those reaction videos on my channel, and that was the main reason. I definitely wanted to document that and celebrate that, and so that's the reason behind why I wanted to start a YouTube channel. What can be expected from this YouTube channel? Well, first and foremost, I think that this is a space for me. It's more of a time capsule for me to keep all of my interests in one place, and if someone finds that entertaining or even fun to watch, or they learn something in the process, great. That's definitely something that I think would be a bonus out of all of this. But really, it's a time capsule. I want to go back and see myself grow as a mother, as a woman, and just see, oh, I used to do that, you know, the first year that I was a mother. And I'm like, oh, I see why, you know, I changed that, you know, that tactic didn't work, or that cooking style wasn't right, or whatever. And I definitely want to feature 5 different interests on this channel. One of those interests is going to involve my faith. It's actually one of the titles, or it's one of the things that's on the title, which is Faith and Forts. And the reason why this category reached the title name was because, as mentioned earlier, my faith is the most important thing in who I am. Above being a mother, above being a wife, above being the person that I am, rather, without my faith, I wouldn't be the person that I am. And so on this channel, I'm going to talk about my testimony. I'm going to talk about how my faith has carried me through different seasons in my life and why I believe the way that I do. And that's definitely going to seep through when I talk about parenting and the kind of mother that I want to be and how I want my faith to influence that. And so that's one of the major categories on this channel. The second category that will be featured on this channel is my cooking journey. I'm not tia level status. So to me, tia level, because I'm Hispanic, I'm Mexican, and for me, tia level are those tias that know how to make tamales and mole and birria, and for us Yucatecos, cochinita pibil, and all of these really grand dishes. I'm not there yet, but I'm gonna get there one day. And I want to highlight my cooking journey on this channel. And I want to incorporate, you know, how does a suburbs mom or wife do it on a budget? How do you cook after work and make it work? Stuff like that. And then go on to specific, you know, cooking ventures of like, all right, today nos lanzamos, and we went out of our way and we try to make birria. And so definitely my cooking journey is going to be a huge portion of this channel. Another category that will be featured on this channel is travel. It's one of my passions. I think it's the one thing that I do with the most intensity, with the most, I would even say organization. When it comes to travel, I have an itinerary. I plan to the T. I plan my outfits on a calendar. I mean, I can't get enough of traveling. It's just something that I love, and I might transfer my old travel vlogs onto this channel so you guys can see the things that I've created in the past and the places that I've been for context. And so just so you guys know, traveling is definitely going to be something that I talk about. What maybe some traveling tips, maybe things that I've learned in the past, and different things that I took from every place that we visited. The fourth thing that is going to be featured on this channel is motherhood. On this channel, I'm definitely going to highlight my pregnancy journey, but also I'm going to feature a lot of the things that we also shared with family. For example, our reaction videos, gender reveals, baby showers, and all of those core home type videos that I want to save and look back and have my kids look up when they're older. This channel isn't going to be based on, oh, this is what I think other women should do necessarily as far as like advice. I think it's going to be more of me being completely honest of, this is what I heard from this parenting style and this is what I've heard from this parenting style. I'm trying to figure out what's going to work best for me and my family, as well as cooking and what products to use and stuff like that. I can tell you right now, I am not the kind of person that really buys into a lot of research about this is toxic and that isn't toxic and stay away from this. Now that could change, and that's part of, I think, the grace I'm giving myself on this channel, which is we have every right to change and evolve as women, as individuals. A lot of the times we say one thing right now, and then through experiences, and once you're actually there, you're like, oh wait, I get it now. There's value to what people were saying. I probably should start doing this. Or you know what? No, I was right. And the hype was way too high. And I'm not gonna associate or put myself in that position to start doing that just because it's trending. And so for me, like I mentioned, time capsule. This is my way of documenting the things that I'm doing as I learn, as I go. I know today with all of the information we have, it's almost really hard to almost try to figure out, if that makes sense. I feel like now there's like this expectation of, how do you not know this? And how aren't you following this person? And how didn't you read about this? And red dye that, and all of these different things. I am a complete beginner, and I am not trying to add all of this pressure to myself of like, now that you're a mother, you have to know everything. It's like, no, I'm gonna figure it out as I go. So if you're one of those people that you're like, I'm gonna enjoy, you know, watching you figure it out, or maybe some of you guys like, I know where this is headed. I know that you should do this now, but I'm gonna see how it works out for you. Join me in watching how I figure it out. The last thing that I'm going to be talking on this channel is the wonderful world of imagination. And it's one of the favorite, if one, I mean, I don't know how you guys are, but I think when you learn to love yourself and you learn to say, hey, I really like this about myself, One of the things that I really like about myself is that despite of the fact that I'm almost 30, I've never been able to kill, or maybe not just me, but life and the world has never killed my imaginative spirit. And since I was a kid, I was very comfortable with make-believe and creating games and fun, and it was just something that I carried with me to this day. I think it's also why I have the creative interests that I have. And I'm almost 30 and I enjoy to color, I enjoy to paint, I enjoy to, do different things like that. And because my biggest dream has always been to be a mother, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to play with my kids. Not to bash anyone in my family, but I have 3 older sisters and the age gaps are really big. The one closest to me is almost 8 years apart. And I think I have one photo where she is playing with me, and I cherish that because she played with me. And my mom, the same, she sang to me and she read to me, but she wasn't much of a let's play house or let's play Barbies or anything like that. And I think I me quedé, or I stayed with that. By the way, I speak Spanish, so that might seep through for anybody who doesn't speak Spanish. I stayed with that. I stayed with that feeling of, I can't wait to play with my kids. I can't wait to build forts with my kids. And I just happened to marry a man who is just like me in that sense. He has such an imaginative spirit, and unintentionally, without a specific anniversary date or anything like that, my husband and I build a fort almost every year. And we just built one in the living room. We put a bunch of blankets and stuff, and we put lights inside, and we read books, or we talk, and we put yiruma or some kind of classical music. And it's just been something nostalgic and something that's been fun for us, and something that I can't wait to do with our kids. And not just building forts, but playing cocinita or kitchen or tiendita or little store, all of these little things that involve make-believe. And it's something that I want to feature on this channel as my kids get older. I want to make home videos where we're playing at a park and we're make-believing that we all have superpowers or something like that, and making my children's world fun. So that's basically what I anticipate from this channel, and it's what I want to share and feature. And I really appreciate you guys watching this first video. If you are interested in joining because you also have similar interests to me, or you find me entertaining and it's something to put in the background while you cook or do your cleaning, hey, whatever floats your boat and doesn't sink it. And I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and whether this is just something that family and friends enjoy or it becomes something bigger, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye. And I am just so excited to it's when you make videos, you never take into consideration what happens outside and how could that affect the sound. So let's wait until the trash is picked up.